My highlight of this trip so far was putting in the cement floors. It was kind of neat how we all went on the bus together and then loaded it full of cement, then came here and see how we lived before with dirt floors, and then now we're putting in cement, and it's kind of fun working with all of them.
The family that's receiving the cement floor here, from what I understand, the father was possessed or something, and they actually brought him back here and kind of secured him down, tying him down, staking him down so that he couldn't get away, and then they ended up taking him to church and praying over him, and it was like he was all better.
English classes were very cool, like to interact with them and then just to basically teach them like simple English words, and like it's so hard because there's like a language barrier between us and the kids, but even just being able to for them to tell you their name and where they live and just to understand them is very nice to have.
The irrigation pump was probably the coolest for me, how they used it and how much it actually helped them, how many people it benefited. And it got to keep the work locally, so it benefited them a lot.
Without that pump, it's very difficult for them to water all their plants, and for some people that's the only way that they can earn a bit of money to support their family.
I think my highlight was how we got to walk the goats and bring them to the different families and see how that would improve the way they live, and how they give back the first female to UCI, and then the whole system can keep giving.
Well, on Saturday we went to the local market in Pignon, was it? And purchased some essentials, basically rice and beans and spaghetti, and then we took it back to our complex there, and we sorted it all and put a scoop in each bag. And what's the amazing part is the amount we actually going to give to them to provide is probably what we waste at home on a typical meal.
All the kids got a plate of food, and almost all of them brought a portion of their food home to the rest of their family. They'd save it, and when we tried to give them out candy, they didn't want the wrapper off because they wanted to bring it home and share it.
Like, they have no food, and then at the feeding programs, we're giving them food. That's like their one meal a week. And they're eating so much, and these little kids are feeding their even littler siblings and making sure they have their food.
Some of them didn't have a bowl, they just came with a lid of a jar or something, and some didn't have spoons, they were just eat it with their hands.
Several of the highlights of the trip was just working with the people the first couple days, carrying the bricks down with the young kids as we were building the house for their parents, and just so happy they were that we were willing to help.
We have a lot of families that are just living, every time it rains, it's mud, total mud for them, and I don't know how they live in those houses, so thank you for giving the house to the family.
Makes me look at everything I have at home in a totally different way. Like, here they have very little, but yet they're happy. We have things so good everywhere else. it really opens your eyes to what people don't have. And when you don't see it, you don't understand it.
Thank you for everything, really. It just for this week, it has been fun. See so many people with cement floor in a home, and all of those things that you have done, giving the goats away and all of that. But on behalf of all of the school and the teachers and all of the students that put it together, we thank you all for coming to Haiti. From the bottom of our hearts, we say thank you to you.